What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cigars Whiskey for our next review. Today's review is the My Father Le Bijou 1922 in Churchill. Now, this Churchill, the size is a 7x50, and it's a good-looking stick. This cigar features all Nicaraguan tobacco, so it's making it a Nicaraguan Puro. Now, this stick was the second of the My Father cigars line. It debuted in 2009, and so far, My Father is definitely putting itself on the map out there. I've heard so much about them, never tried any, so I'm kind of excited to get into this stick and give you what I think. So stay tuned for the pre-light. As we can see on this cigar, it has a double banding, which I think adds a lot of character to it. We can see that the veins are minimal and that the seams are very tight. It's a great looking stick, as I already said. And so on the pre-draw, I'm getting a little taste of earth and some cocoa, a little more of the natural tobacco flavors, but let's get into it. Into that, I'm first picking up some sweetness, like sweet earth, and the taste is just a little bit of like sweet cocoa powder, kind of like before you put any sugar or mix anything when you're baking something. It's just the cocoa powder straight, and it's a very meaty cigar. It's well put together, very spongy, and I am digging this. So stay tuned, and I'll give you some more thoughts in the first third. Alright, into the first third of My Father Le Bijou 1922. We're getting a lot of cocoa, earthiness, spice, and leather. Now, with this Nicaraguan, the spice that I'm referring to, people have a misconception, as you would say, of the spice being overpowered and more of a black pepper, but not so much like that. It's more of like a balanced spice, so it's definitely not one of those typical Nicaraguan sticks people just associate with spicy. They don't like them. They're too much. This one is really well balanced. Got to give my heads up to My Father. So far in the first third, I'm really understanding now why this cigar and this line is doing really well in the cigar world and why people are responding to them as well as they are. So stay tuned, and we're back for the second third. Just a little more information with this cigar before we get into the other thirds. I am surprised that I've been reading about this specific cigar since 2009, that the CA, or Cigar Aficionado, has only given it a rating of a 90. Now go figure. Anything that people have liked, they don't give very good ratings. Crappy cigars always get these high ratings, and then sometimes, you're wondering, where did they come up with this? So it makes you wonder if the whole rating system that some of these places use to rate cigars is truly a rating system, or just something monetary that they're getting because of who they are and who they talk to. But again, that's my rave for this part of the video. So we'll be right back with that second third. Back, everybody, for our second third of the review of our My Father Le Bijou 1922. As you can see, the ash is holding pretty good into the second third. The burn's a little uneven, but nothing major. I can honestly say that the experience of the smoke is phenomenal. It's real smooth. It's not overpowering. It has a good balance. So it is something that if you have never had a cigar, this might get you to it. And those who like good cigars, this will remind you why you smoke certain quality cigars. And now when we're getting to the second third, we're going away from that savory, peppery earth to more of a flavor bomb of the second, which I could describe as a little more of the the leather and some of the a lot of creaminess and kind of like a part of it with the chocolate and the creaminess, kind of like you're eating a piece of chocolate pastry or something. It's coming across that good. And I'm not saying it tastes like chocolate, but it has those characteristics. So, liking my father. So second third is going well. We're back for the final third and give you our final comments. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, for the final third of our review today. My Father Le Bijou, 1922, in Churchill. Now, in this final third, the flavors are basically going kind of back to what they were in the first third, more chocolatey, earthiness. It's a really great cigar for the aged tobacco. And some of those aged tobaccos, we get like a musky earth smell or a taste. It's not really there. It's just really well blended. Now, there are little issues with the burn being way uneven. I've touched it up a couple times, about halfway through. I don't know what it is, but I have seen others that have reviewed saying they've encountered similar things with about the midway. I'm not sure if it's just the way they make the cigar, but it is definitely a very good smoke, either for the aged palate smoker or the newbie. It's definitely a Nicaraguan stick that everyone should try at least once. And I will be trying to smoke more of these My Fathers in their series, see what other kinds of mixes they have. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Always leave your comments. Thanks again for tuning in to Cigars and Whiskey with our review of My Father Le Bijou, 1922, in Churchill. Have a great day, have a great smoke, and we'll see you next time.